Drills Talk, episode 46. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 4 ways to protect your circle. This is based off of a blog I wrote in the past entitled Burning Bridges. Burning bridges is at times the most fun thing you can do, just like demolishing and cutting off somebody. And it feels so good, so liberating. And at times it's absolutely necessary. I want you to understand that it is not always necessary. Some of us went out guns blazing. Some of us left a job, middle fingers up. And we probably didn't have to do that. It probably wasn't the necessary step. And we're going to make sure that, we do it the right way if we're going to do it. But for the people who do deserve it, get out of here. I don't even know you anymore. Drills Talk, episode 46. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 4 ways to protect your circle. But before we get started, please like, subscribe, comment if you would like to comment, show your love however you would like to show your love. Every Monday, we have a new blog. Every Wednesday, new Drills Talk, new vlog. Every Friday is a new beat produced by me. It's a great channel to follow. I appreciate the like. I definitely appreciate the subscribe. Let's get started. Number one is learn to burn a bridge. A lot of us hold on to these things in these relationships and just are gluttons for punishment. These things have punched us in the face so many times and we're just like, hey, well, it won't happen again. And it happens again and like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that happened. Why not? You're holding on to these things. We hold on to bad relationships because of the time that has passed. And everybody does that. Oh, I've, been with him or been with her for 10 years or, oh, I've known them since elementary school. Okay, that's cool, but it's not working anymore. This connection is doing more harm than good. So you have to understand that letting go is not a detriment on you. It's not something saying, hey, that person is bad. They cut this person off. It's saying that you care about yourself enough to get rid of all the negativity that you can. Get rid of the stuff that you can control. You get sick, you can't control that. Oh my goodness, I'm sick, blah, blah, blah. But we have things in our lives that's making us even sicker than the common cold or the flu every now and then. And we are just like holding on to it, keeping it close. Why? We need to learn to burn a bridge. Some bridges some people don't need access to you. And we are so afraid and so scared thinking that, oh, I've invested so many years. Those years are gone. You're not, what can you do about that? That's in stone back there. But what about all this potential and all this future that we have? Why are we taking this baggage and something that's so heavy on us and put so much burden on us? Why are we taking that into our future? Think about it like that. It doesn't belong. We have to learn to let it go. Number two is to understand the different types of connections. So we have plenty of connections. We have, you got to think about tension, right? So let's say how tight the connection is. There's some connections that are so tight that if you cut it, you're going spinning in circles and, you're kind of out of control and you don't know what's going on because that's how tight that connection was. Y'all were kind of at the hip. But then you have other connections that is, very loose. And if you do cut or burn that bridge, you don't even notice. It's, no big deal. Oh, well, didn't really use that connection much anyway. Or, all I did was get bad mojo, bad or negativity from that bridge anyway. So good riddance, right? But you have to understand that even those tight tension bridges, those can be bad also. Those are the relationships. That's the I've been with this person 10 years. That's that's my cousin. Or, hey, that's my uncle. Or that's my aunt. I understand, but, sometimes you have to let them people go. You don't have to hate them people, but they're obviously not doing anything beneficial for you. So understanding those type of connections, okay, well, there are some that will be a lot less painful than others, but there are some that will be extremely painful that are just as necessary as the easy ones, to be burned. They're just as necessary. So what are you going to do? You have to understand that this is for the betterment of me. You have one life to live that we know of, and you have to be as happy as you can possibly be. In addition to being happy, striving for whatever goals you set for yourself. And if you have a family, taking care of and providing for that family that you've created. Why are we worried about cutting off people who are not contributing to that extreme goal of bettering your family and bettering yourself? There's nothing selfish about that at all. Let them go. Let it go. Don't feel bad about it. Number three. Number three is to have an idea of the aftermath. So I've talked about those heavily tensioned, bridges and destroying them and spinning around in circles, right? This is part of a breakup. This is part of, I was once attached to this person and now I'm not. You have to find your level again. You have to go through the uncertainty and the discomfort for a while until you balance yourself out again and you're no longer spinning in circles. That's just part of it. You knowing that that's going to be part of it will help you make that change, make that, that date of when you're going to demolish that bridge that's no longer bringing you anything good, if it ever did. So how are you going to approach this knowing that, hey, this bridge that I'm breaking right now, this is going to cause me to not have this. This is going to cause me to be in lack for this long. This is going to take away the access that I had to this. But this is going to make me overall feel better. I'm going to have to deal with the lack that this creates because the pain that this is creating, this connection is creating, outweighs whatever I'm going to lack. Or, however long I'm going to cry about this relationship, or however long I'm going to, be broke for a while because I have to go out and get my own stuff and, move out of the apartment that we shared or the house that we shared and start all over, or get a car and, re-budget. Yeah, you got to do all of that. No, it's not going to be easy. Yes, it will be painful. Yeah, you probably will cry. Yes, you probably will be broke for a while. You're going to be hungry some nights, but you will settle. It will get better. You have to do it because the longer you're attached to that person, the longer you're going to spend after you actually get the gumption to burn that bridge. And if you never burn that bridge, that means that you're always connected to this negative your entire life. So you've had the ability to make your life better overall in the long haul by suffering a little bit in the present and decided not to. And you took that present and made it a lifetime of hurt, a lifetime of disappointment, a lifetime of nothing positive being fed into it when you didn't have to. Learn to burn that bridge, know the type of connection, and understand that you're going to be spinning for a while if it's one of those, heavily tensioned bridges. And it's okay. It's part of growth. Number four. Number four is knowing when to demolish connections. Not all connections are used as often as others, but you need them. There's no reason to burn them. Let's talk about, the people you went to college with. No, you're not as close as you were when you lived on the same campus as them, but what's the point of burning that bridge? Why not keep that open? Why not shoot them a, hey, how you doing every now and then just to let them know that, yeah, you're on my mind and, I'm doing good. And just in case I'm on your mind, we're straight. And, you're still the homie or you're still the home girl and everything's cool. Why are we like I don't know them anymore. For what? Like, what did they do? Or what about the let's say you own a home and, you haven't had an electrical issue in a while, but when you first moved in, you had a couple of them and the electrician was there like, twice a month for a while just for messing up stuff or stuff messing up and then them having to come and you have no idea. You don't really know the house and you just had to call an electrician. Why burn that bridge? Why not keep them? That's a very rarely used bridge, but there's no reason not to have some sort of connection with them. Hey, you still in the city? Hey, okay, well, let me shoot you some work or something every now and then just to let you know that when I need you or if I need you, I would like you to be around. What's the problem with that? Former coworkers, yes, you hated that job. You loved putting your middle fingers up when you're walking out the door. But what about the coworkers who wished in their head that they can be you doing that? And, they stuck it out. They stuck it through. They couldn't leave. They weren't in a position that you were in to leave. They were great, right? Y'all went to lunch at least twice a week. Y'all talked, through the day. Y'all got each other through the day at work. And you left and then that was it. And I'm guilty of that too. But I'm just saying it's not necessary to do so. Like we didn't have to lose connection. It didn't need to die. And even that job you quit, you probably didn't need to quit that way. You know, you probably could have gave some notice. You probably didn't have to put the middle fingers up. You probably didn't have to tell, people exactly how you felt about them on the way out, because maybe you would need to go back there. I'm not saying at that time you want to, but as time passes, you're like, yeah, I wasn't very happy about that then, but 2 years pass, 3 years pass, and you're a little more mature and you don't mind what that, situation would be like with the new you going into it. But what the old you did has completely shut that door. And it's because of the way you burned. It's because of why you burned and how you did it. There's a way to do this. There's a method to it. And understand that if you're demolishing something and you're burning it, please understand and make sure you have absolutely no intention of ever wanting to go back or ever possibly needing to go back. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This was the top 4 ways to protect your circle. I appreciate the watch. It's drills.com. Check this shit out. It's Drills.